The Virginia Historic Triangle, as it is known, are 3 different historic settlements in Virginia. The area is composed of Jamestown, Williamsburg, and Yorktown. We stayed at Thousand Trails Chesapeake Bay and were fortunate to visit all 3 historic settlements. This is part 1 of the Triangle area, Jamestown Settlement.
3, 2, 1, action.
If it were you, where would you start? If you were going to do all 3.
It's neat to follow the history if you can. So start at the beginning, you know, the first settlement, and make your way through colonial Williamsburg to see the setup, with the how they worked with the British government, how things changed, how the mindset changed until you get here to the American Revolution. It's neat to do it that way if you can.
All right, we had good intentions at Jamestown.
Yeah, we can't videotape in here.
Can't video at the exhibits on the inside, so
We'll just have to take pictures if they let us. We'll find out.
photography and video recording are not permitted. So you have to come yourself.
Yeah,
But we'll get the outdoor exhibits.
yeah, absolutely.
Guys, so if you do not like loud noises, now would be the time to cover your ears. Don't stick your fingers in your ears though, it's not good for you. Take the palm of your hand and cover them this way. Present your piece. Give fire. Oh! The weapon that I just fired is called the Matchlock Musket. Now the reason it is called the Matchlock is because of this piece of rope right here. This is called slow match, and this is your ignition source for the gun. So without this piece of burning rope, this gun will not fire. So no rope, I have a big club. That's all I've got.
Dangling over the fire is black powder, vinegar, and water, and about 120 feet of rope, because we're making our own match here. And the match is what we use for our demonstrations out there. These are Matchlock Muskets behind us. That's what you would get if you come here to Virginia. We're going to issue you a musket, a sword, armor, go through training, and then we'll put you on guard detail here.
Hi folks, coming on board the Godspeed. As you look around, imagine 52 men on board for 144 days.
Alright.
We're just working up here to get the spritzel put away.
just heard about ducking and watching out for the steep ladders, but while you're exploring, you'll find the crew members in the bow, officers and captain back in the stern, and about 54 squish passengers down below. Welcome to the Susan Constant.
Welcome to the tween deck. This is where the 54 passengers lived. This area is where normally you're going to have light cargo and then the passengers living on top of that, and then heavier cargo down below. Up there in the forecastle, you've got your common sailors or low-ranking sailors. They get the built-in berths that you find on the ship. The passengers aren't so low. Even the rich guys, the gentlemen, they have to live here with their cargo like the rest of the passengers.
When they brought a shipload of women over, did they also reside here in the...
They're going to be in, similar living conditions. Any male and female passengers are kept separate. When the ladies start coming over about a year and a half later, it's only a few women that are coming over at a time.
Okay.
They're joining their husbands who already live here. They'll be going through the same gross conditions, but kept separate. So what you see over here, this is a hanging cabin or hanging bunk that's found on ships of this time period. If the ship had them, most likely someone who was wealthy could rent something like that.
I see.
A little bit of privacy and personal space. Otherwise, something like that would be offered to the ladies when they start coming over.
Okay.
Down below, 100 tons of cargo, everything you need to build and fortify a small town. And then once that's filled, that hatch will close, and then lighter cargo is lowered onto this level, and then mattresses and bedding on top.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of history in my brain right now.
Yeah. So this is Jamestown Settlement, and if you don't know your history like I didn't, Jamestown was the first colony settled in this country. So this was the start of it all, and they've got a really cool museum.
Oh, it is really cool. It's getting bigger. They're expanding it.
Yeah, they're actually working on it right now. They're going to have an interactive theater going on and a couple other things while they're doing it. So that'll be kind of cool. They said a couple weeks, maybe?
Yes. They closed it last week.
Okay.
Part of it, and then...
So they've got a really cool museum. Unfortunately, we could not take pictures or video inside the museum.
No.
But they allowed us to take video and pictures at the outside events. So they had a similar fort, and they had the ships, and we'll show some of that footage. So the price to get in is $17.50 per adult.
13 and older.
Or you can buy what they call a combo ticket, which gets you into the Jamestown museums and interactive displays and Yorktown Museum and interactive displays for $26 for the combo. So We asked them if we could do the tour at Yorktown on a different day, and they said absolutely, that's what it's all about. So plan to spend a day here, spend a day at Yorktown, and pretty cool.
Yes, I'm so glad we came. It was really nice. And what a beautiful day.
Yeah, it was perfect. Anything else?
Williamsburg tomorrow.
Williamsburg's next.